The governing NPP says it will soon begin a consultation process with opposition NDC over election of MMDCEs on partisan lines. The NDC campaigned a no vote against the referendum for the election of MMDCEs, insisting the local government level should remain partisan. While Communications Director for the governing NPP, Alboabian Samoa, says the party is ready to look into the details reservations expressed by the NDC. He spoke to my colleague, Kwesi Parker-Wilson.
Consultation will happen because we promised in our manifesto to do exactly that. We promised to have MMDCs elected on multi-party basis.
The NDC agrees with the election, not on multi-party.
Yes, so we have to come to terms with that. We have to come to terms with that. They gave certain conditions when they withdrew. If you go back to refer to their press conference, they wanted more consultation, they wanted consequential amendments and all that, which are not impossible to do. So it's a matter of dialogue. It's so important that we close this loop. I've given you a handout.
Right.
If you read it, you will find the reasons why perhaps electing on the basis of individual, individual platforms for the DCs may be difficult to sustain.
They want to kill the issue of the partisanship at the local level. They believe at the national level, during elections, there's a bit of bad blood between the parties.
Not in a position
that will take to the local level as well.
Mr. Parker, I'm not in a position to contest the NDC's claims on this platform.
Right.
These are matters of engagement. They have a view. We have a view. We will engage and close the gap. But you can't ask me to engage them on your platform.
So how soon are you going to engage them?
As soon as possible. Engagement is a process.
But you've already made contacts with them already?
Engagement is a process.
Meanwhile, at a press conference, Mr. Alboabian Samoa charged the assembly members to enter a mutual agreement with the nominees before the approval date. He also adds that the time is right for the election of MMDCEs.
The ongoing MMDCE appointment process highlights the need to expand voter choices to the lowest level. Then, every locality will have the right to choose its mayor, just like it chooses its member of parliament and president. Apart from the onerous burden on the president to find and appoint MMDCEs, there is also the question of tensions at operational level, as voters prefer to pass their development claims and local needs through MPs who they voted for. The MPs who are voted for then struggle to influence development choices and facilitate individual needs through the non-partisan assemblies. A very tall order indeed. The NPP believes the amendment of Article 55(3) to allow for multi-party contest for MMDCs and assembly member positions will break the syndrome of winner takes all once and for all, and thereby stabilize the practice of liberal multi-choice democracy in Ghana. Every party would have a stake in the progress of the country at any point in time through local resource control and policy ownership. The NPP is clear about elections on a multi-party platform. Ladies and gentlemen, fortunately, the consensus building process seems to be picking up pace, with some CSOs working very hard towards that object. In conclusion, I want to congratulate all the nominees of the president for MMDCE. I urge all assembly members to engage the nominees and establish lines of mutual agreement towards formal approval before the approval dates. Since the assembly elections are supposed to be non-partisan, 100% approvals are in order and very possible. Since the assemblies are supposed to be non-partisan, 100% approvals are in order and very possible. This appearance of unity within the assemblies will facilitate the assembly members' own service to the people who elected them.